Welcome to the Herd's official YouTube channel. Make sure to like and subscribe. Don't forget to check out the Colin Cowherd podcast, all of our NFL instant reactions, and more football content.
That is the best week one. Not done. You get the controversial, enigmatic Bears against Minnesota, mystery at quarterback. What a weekend starting Thursday where the Cowboys took the Eagles to the very end. But last night's a classic.
Unbelievable game. Josh Allen, obviously the MVP for a reason. Best player in the league.
Yeah, when the Ravens win a wild game, my take is usually, oh, Lamar Jackson must have played well. When the Bills win a wild game, my take is, oh, Josh Allen, they put the cape on him. Lamar Jackson's part of a great roster, a Super Bowl winning coach. I never feel like the organization lets him down, and he has sputtered in big playoff spots. Josh Allen's passer rating is better in the playoffs than the regular season, and he was the MVP. He's always at his best when the best is required. He doesn't need to prove anything to anybody. His coach has often let him down. He had more passing yards in the fourth quarter last night than half the league had this weekend. 16 unanswered points against a better roster in Baltimore. Montana, Brady, and Mahomes have more hardware and maybe always will. I have never seen, including Patrick Mahomes, a quarterback with this much velocity, this much power. His playoff passer rating higher than his regular season. He is a gamer and not the streaming kind. The other thing is, I still, this morning, don't like the way the Bills are overly reliant on him. The Ravens were Derrick Henry was running away from smaller secondary players for Buffalo. Buffalo's got real issues on the back end. Remember, Buffalo had to come back under 4 minutes, 15 down. Like, Baltimore has a better roster. They have, in my opinion, a better coach. They have, in my opinion, and this is not a knock on Lamar, probably Steve Bisciotti, many in the league believe, best organization, best owner. 95% of that game last night until the very end felt like Baltimore's just got too much horsepower. They got too many good players. The Bills have and I would be worried about this, they have a LeBron Cavs feel to them, that he's got to score 42 and have a triple-double to beat the good teams. I mean, even at the end of the first half, he gets the ball, 31 seconds, two big throws, no timeouts, and sets up a field goal. How many people on the planet ever could do that? It is not a knock on Lamar Jackson, but the Ravens have multiple routes to win big games. Derrick Henry last night, again, he is running past and over much smaller players and safeties and corners. The Bills have one route to win huge games. Josh Allen has to do that. And I think last night was unquestionably his greatest performance. And he's got about 12 like this. I thought it was the best one. That score was 40-25 and under 4 minutes left. I don't care that it was at home. Baltimore is a stacked roster. There are three rosters in this league eye test look better. Eagles, Ravens, and I think Packers. And to pull that off late, I mean, Baltimore's got Kyle Hamilton. He's a Pro Bowl safety covering all that ground in the back end. You stack these rosters up, Baltimore is up there with Philly. I feel like Buffalo is basically, they just said, Josh, take it over. End of the first half, end of the game. Take it over. And here he is after.
It took everybody there. I'm just proud of our team for staying in it. No one on the sideline blinked. Down 15 points, whatever we were, with 5-6 minutes left. Staying with it. Fans leaving, the stadium. You got to play this game for 60 minutes, and that's a really good outfit that we just played.
I'm watching that game last night, and I honestly, watching Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry in that offense, and then Josh Allen on the other side, I'm like 75% in the teams. And I'm watching Mahomes and Justin Herbert Friday and thinking the same thing. 75% of these teams in this league have got to be looking at their quarterback situation and just thinking, Buffalo, Baltimore, they're playing a different sport. Lamar, there's never been a player that plays it like Lamar. It is video game. And then there's Josh Allen, under 4 minutes, down 15, against a great roster, And, Derrick Henry's fumble probably is that linchpin that gets you the W, but remarkable.
From Omaha Productions, NFL Films, and Vice TV, NFL Classics, after further review, relives the NFL's biggest games with the legends who played them and the fans who never forget. Not just a rewatch, but the untold stories behind the plays that made history. This week, host Kyle Brandt is joined by Heidi Gardner and Eric Stonestreet for Super Bowl 54, Chiefs and Niners. That game made Patrick Mahomes a household name. It ended Kansas City's 50-year title drought and launched a new dynasty. Don't miss NFL Classics after further review, Wednesdays at 9, only on Vice TV.
Now, I want to shift to another game. I've been very critical, not really critical. I just don't buy all the hype with Brock Purdy. I think he's a B-plus quarterback. I feel that with Kirk Cousins. I feel that with Dak. And I think you have to be very careful about paying a B-plus quarterback A-plus money. And Brock Purdy got a good contract. It wasn't outrageous. For him, it was a very good contract. But I got to tell you, yesterday, yes, he had 2 picks. Yes, he got a huge break that Sam Darnold fumbled, bumped into his own player. That's the most impressed I've ever been with Brock Purdy. That game. Seattle's loud. George Kittle misses most of the game. You're down several wide receivers. Your offensive line is mediocre. Jawan Jennings is hurt. Trent Williams is hurt. Right guard is hurt. You've heard of the blue man group. The Niners are the blue tent group. They can't keep anybody healthy. Special teams. Jake Moody. Close your eyes, cross your fingers. That let the Niners down. And Purdy on the road against, let's be honest here, that defense for Seattle is fast. That is a well-coached, well-constructed, well-drafted, very good Seahawks defense. It is, sometimes you got to trust your eyes. They are flying around the field. And he goes 6 for 6 on the final drive. Loudest stadium in the league. They were 9-1 before yesterday in those openers. He has a great poise, made huge throws. And you know why I'm impressed? Because he had 2 picks. I mean, only scored 17 points. Why would I be so impressed? Because the difference between the haves and have-nots in this league is when you don't have your star receiver, when you're down your star tight end, when you're going to be Hall of Fame left tackle goes to the tent, when your right guard is out, that and you're on the road, that's the difference. Every quarterback looks good with excellent protection. I've said quarterback is like parenting. Everybody is a great parent when your kids are eating their vegetables and getting A's. It's really easy. That's babysitting. You know what parenting is? Your kid just got kicked out of school. Your daughter got a speeding ticket. She's imploding. That's parenting. That yesterday in Seattle, last drive, that is what quarterback is. Okay, that is what it is. Defensive coach, Seahawks are flying around. Your offensive line is mid. You're missing one of your linemen. Trent Williams already been in the tent. George Kittle's gone. Jawan Jennings banged up. Seattle's going to win 9, 10, 11 games. Whether they make the playoffs or not, that's a good football team. So it demanded he be great, and I don't care that his passer rating was 92. And I don't care that he threw 2 picks. That's worth the money. I'm telling you, there's about 8, 9 quarterbacks in the league you can win a football game with, and he was one of them. And that doesn't mean I want to hear old J-Mac going nutty on this. I may turn by next weekend. That is quarterback play in the league. That's parenting. The house is melting down. They won't eat their vegetables. They're arguing with mom. That's parenting. Here is Kyle Shanahan on Brock Purdy's performance.
It's huge. I mean, there were some big plays at the end. I mean, we were back and forth, and it just kept getting tighter and tighter. And to make that big play to Ricky, to get the explosive, to get us down there, and on that play he made on 4th down was huge. I think the biggest one in the drive was him going across the whole board on a progression. I mean, just a tough deal to do for a quarterback. And I don't know if he hit, I think it was Jake Tonjes, a low ball on the other side that kept the drive going and played really well there.
The other thing did you notice, and this is something about the NFL that's different than college. In college, you let go of the ball when the receiver's open. He made a throw. He made a couple of them in this game, Purdy did. The touchdown in the end zone to the tight end because Kittle was banged up. When he let go of that ball, there were 3 blue shirts, 2 blue shirts. There was nobody open. That is what is called an anticipatory thrower. That's what Aaron Rodgers was in his prime. Aaron Rodgers, one of the first quarterbacks doing the back shoulder thing, nobody's open. Great quarterback play, and this is what you have to do in the NFL, and it's why a lot of college quarterbacks can't pivot to the pros. You got to let go of the ball, and it looks like it can't be caught. Go back and look. Go to your YouTube page. Go back and look at that touchdown to the tight end. He's not open. That's practice. That's trust. That's anticipating. That is excellent quarterback play. Could have been his third pick. Instead, everybody loves Brock Purdy this morning. So, J-Mac, a little pivot, slight pivot on Purdy.
Oof, I got to say, I love that open, Colin. I was shocked that you said nice things about him. The 2 picks were bad. Let's admit they were bad throws, right?
Let me tell you something. That's a tough environment.
Yes. And by the way, you didn't mention his kicker was terrified, and Shanahan's losing his mind.
They made a 32-yard field goal in the second half, and it was noteworthy.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, we should note it. Yeah. He hit it because he had a kick blocked. He had missed like a 28 or a short.
It was a short one, yeah. Wow. They got to the red zone 5 times. And by the way, how about the 49ers defense with Robert Saleh bottling up Seattle? I think they had 230 yards of offense. Colin, the 49ers defense all of a sudden frisky.
Coordinators do not get the love they deserve. The Niners have worse personnel defensively than last year, and that was their best defensive performance in a long time. Go ask the Lions if coordinators matter. Yeah. Now, I know it's Monday, and everybody overreacts on Monday. I'm going to overreact on the Packers.
That's fine. I think you're well within reason.
I'm going to overreact on the Packers. I'm going to make a definitive statement. I am already calling a division after week 1. We'll talk about that next.